Welcome, everyone, to today's webinar on Enhancing Career and College Readiness through Data Interoperability. We're thrilled to have you join us as we explore how diverse data sets can be transformed into actionable insights through dynamic dashboards. For over 20 years, Partners for Results has been at the forefront of education technology landscape, specializing in data interoperability. Our expertise has empowered countless K-12 institutions to seamlessly integrate their data systems, fostering a cohesive and comprehensive understanding of student progress and readiness. In this session, we'll delve into critical aspects of career and college readiness, demonstrate how our solutions take fragmented data from various sources and synthesize it into a unified, actionable, and a visible dashboard. This holistic view enables educators and administrators to make informed decisions that enhance student outcomes. And now we'll turn it over to Jim Serpy from Partners for Results.
Well, thank you, Jamie. There's been a lot of discussion about preparing students to be ready for whatever comes after graduation, no matter what path they take. Educators understand that they need to go well beyond just the academic content areas. Graduates must be critical thinkers and be able to communicate effectively, collaborate with others, solve real-world problems, and be good citizens. The challenge districts are facing is, how do you measure if a student is ready for the world after graduation? The Illinois State Board of Education has created a set of college and career readiness indicators that measure a range of experience that can help guide districts in measuring a student's readiness. You can see them here on the slide. So, for example, from a student information system, you may want to look at the student's GPA, attendance, or dual credit courses, and it can be other courses like AP courses and so on. And so we need to be able to pull those out of the student information system and get them somewhere that the data can be collected. In addition to that, you might want to look at SAT, ACT, or advanced placement tests, or the Armed Services Vocation Aptitude Battery. So these standardized assessments, again, need to be able to pull that into the central database. Beyond that, you need to look at maybe activities. So how many activities are the students involved in? You can look at employment that shows maybe the student's work ethic, or community service hours. Also, you can look at industry certifications. And probably one of the most important things is to identify one of the 16 career clusters. This helps provide focus to the student and also counselors as to where the student is going, that they can help guide that student. And this can be changed over time, but you still need to be able to record what their students' interests are. In some of these, like pulling it out of the student information system or the SAT scores, or ACT scores, that's pretty straightforward. There's APIs and you can do file transfers, different methodologies to pull that data. But when you start getting into some of these others, like activities, employment, community service, industry certifications, and identifying career clusters, some of that data may not be readily available in the student information system. And that's where we can come in and help. In addition to providing the interfaces to be able to pull the data in, we can also create interfaces where students can input their community service hours. And I think the other critical piece of this is having students to be able to access this data in near real time, so they can continually track what their status is, as well as a counselor to be able to work with the student to see where they're at in this whole process, as well as parents. So again, the challenge is being able to pull this data in and then be able to have it readily available for students. What I'd like to now show you is an example of one of the school districts that we worked with. Here's an example of a district that we worked with. One of the key things is that a lot of times districts want to be able to customize it to their individual needs, or what data they pull in. Again, we can customize this. In this case, the district wanted a student success dashboard. What you can do here is they can input any student, it'll pull up all this information. So for example, I'll pull up one student. And this basically gives some basic demographic data and credits and percent attendance and so on. But this is the key piece here. This is their career and college readiness dashboard. So what this does is it pulls data from all these different sources and puts them into this interface. What we tried to do is make it very simple so that anything in green indicates that the student has met that indicator. So in this case, they're on track to graduate with 24 credits at wherever they're at in their schooling. Their attendance percentage is over whatever threshold the district has set. In this case, they have 13 activities. They have 24 hours of service, and you notice this is not green, so they have not quite met that. In this case, they're looking for 25 hours. And then we also pull in the GPA and the current GPA for that semester. And then there's some various ELA indicators like advanced placement exams, and here's some advanced placement courses and so on. Same thing for math. Then here's some of the non-academic activities. For example, here's a career experience that the student has achieved, some dual credit and employment, and they've met 12 months of consecutive employment, which the district was looking for. In addition to that, as a student, I can come in here and I can see all in this case, it's all SAT, but we can do the same thing for ACT. So anything in green indicates that they're above the threshold that the district is looking for. They can also look at all the various strands within the SAT. Again, this is to help the students to guide them where maybe their weaknesses are, or we're working with a counselor. And this tab are advanced placement tests that the student has taken. It shows the assessment and the score. And then in addition to that, it shows all AP tests they have taken, but in some cases, they're not used in the CCR reporting. And we have everything identified as which ones are being used and which ones are not. This is another tab. Again, these are all optional. We can customize them to the district's desire. In this case, what we're doing is taking the SAT total, and the district had done a survey as to what a typical SAT score is required to get into a college. So a student looking at this can kind of see where they might be able to apply to, or if there's a school, for example, if they wanted to get into Northwestern, they know they need to do a little bit more to improve their SAT score. This is all their involvement. So these are all activities that the student has participated in. And here's the community service. This is, the district was not tracking community service. So they asked us to build the interface, which we've done here. So it's all self-reporting. The student just basically enters all the data. We do have the supervisor's name, and so the district does periodically audit to make sure that the students' hours are correct. But all they have to do is enter the date and the start and end times, and it calculates the hours, and then it summarizes it. We have a little band up here that shows where they're at. As soon as they hit 25 hours, that will turn green. In this case, this is another optional thing. We have a career builder. So the student can, when they're a freshman, start working on their resume, and they can start putting in all their different career experiences and employers. Some of this data we can pull directly from the career and college readiness indicators. But this allows them to create like a portfolio that they can actually use to apply for jobs or perhaps apply for college. So that's basically the dashboard that we have. And again, our expertise is to be able to pull that data from all these various sources to put it in. This data is updated nightly. The students can log in, and as well as the counselors can review where the student is at. In addition to that, we can also create a PDF of that. So for example, in this case, if I want the PDF, I can click that button and that will dynamically build the PDF. And on the PDF, we can put charts and pretty much anything the district would like in this. And the nice thing with this, the students can print it, the counselors can print it. And in this case, the district, what they do is 3 times a year, they email these out. We also have the ability to email to parents or students. So again, the idea is to engage the students and the parents so they can see exactly where the student is and if they're working toward being ready for graduation. So that's basically all we have at this point. You know, we'd love to be able to work with all of you out there and to create something similar. Again, we'll customize to however you would like it. So thank you very much.